Purple and Gold Stream, their home of Los Angeles Lakers.
Laker fans, what's going on? What a stressful game it was. Lakers had a lead up to 17 points in this game, and they almost gave away that lead. Pistons go on a 9-0 run in the fourth quarter. A lot of that damage caused by Josh Jackson. He caught on fire, scored 23 points in the second half and overtime. And Lakers go on to overtime, and then LeBron James eventually saved us the day. Let's talk about the player of the game. LeBron James with 33 points, 11 assists, 4 steals, 13 for 26 from the field. Scored 10 points in the overtime. Then Anthony Davis added with 30 points, 5 rebounds, 2 block shots, and 13 for 22 from the field. So let's take a look at some of the game highlights, and then I'll explain more in detail. So Lakers, they started red hot in this game. They were leading the most of time in this first half. Lakers took control. They were leading by 10 points in halftime, and then third quarter, that lead continued. So they had that 10-point lead going into the third quarter, and I don't know what happened in the fourth quarter, but the Lakers just became very complacent. They settled too much. They didn't attack the rim too much. They allowed Detroit to come back. It was like that Boston game they had on the other night. They had a decent, very decent lead. They had a double-digit lead going fourth quarter. Then somehow Boston Celtics came storming back. Then Lakers, eventually won that game by 1. Because we were lucky that Kemba Walker missed that game winner. So it's becoming like a same scenario for the Lakers. Detroit Pistons was, trying to do everything to stay alive in this game. Lakers scored 72 points in the paint. For that, they did a really good job on that. Then they took advantage of fast break points. After Detroit turning the ball over, we used our transition game. We scored 23 points in the fast break, but Detroit 6 points only. And the biggest problem was their turnovers. They didn't take care of the ball well. They committed 22 turnovers to 20 to Detroit. And points up turnovers, luckily Detroit didn't convert too much from our turnovers. They scored 20 points, we scored 26. It's pretty much even. Lakers shot the ball well. They shot 65% in the first half, and they ended up with 48%. They just tell you they went cold, ice cold, especially in the fourth quarter. There were 6 minutes without score, and that was the problem. Of course, Lakers just become too complacent sometimes. They allow the other teams to come back. Even Detroit has the worst record in the league right now. It's 5-18, right? Going to this game, nobody thought Detroit would, take Lakers to 2 overtime. What can I say? Sometimes Lakers just settle too much. They don't take games serious enough. They allow other teams to come back. And this was apparent in this game as well. Lakers had 6 guys in double figures. We did a really good job in our offense. Of course, we had our bench was outscored by Detroit because Josh Jackson scored 28 points out of their 41 bench points. It was 47. And we scored 35 in our bench. Thanks to Kuzma scoring 14, Caruso 10, and Tyrone Tucker with 10 points. I don't think the Lakers have a problem with their offense. It's just the lack of their ball movements and the lack of the, uh, not taking care of ball well down the stretch, that allowed Detroit to come back. Almost gave away this game. Looks like they didn't want to win this game. The way they played in the fourth quarter, it looked like they were just flat out bad. Didn't look like they're a defending champion. We gotta play better. We need to execute better down the stretch. We need to stop turning the ball over, giving the other team to come back, give them a chance to come back. Detroit hit a lot of threes tonight. I mean, Josh Jackson alone hit 5-3. They hit 16-3 as a team, and they made 38% of that. That's the reason why they were able to come back, because we were not able to stop their shooters. And they shot better than their season average. They're one of the worst team in the league in terms of their offensive rating, and they score 129 points against Los Angeles Lakers, which is the number one defensive rating team in the league right now. This is inexcusable. I don't know how much time I'm telling you. Lakers need a size in the paint. They keep allowing other teams to score easily, and that has to do with our lack of size inside. We scored 72 points in the paint, but we allowed 54 points for Detroit Pistons score in the paint. That's just gonna become, continued issue for Lakers the whole season, unless we try to pick up some big man before the trade deadline and try to upgrade our, size. We already lost a lot of size after losing Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee, and I don't know how long we can really keep up with this, current problem that we're facing right now. So Lakers are playing OKC the next game. What is your prediction for that game? And I think Lakers really need to play better once they have the lead. They just seem to give away lead too much, and that could bite us at the end. That was my take for today. If you guys enjoy the show, and I'll come back with the another post-game recap after the OKC game. All right, what can I say? Mamba out.